Hey, evening, G members. This is James with Strategy Vault. Hey, we're burning the midnight oil here tonight. We're really trying to get this all together and out to you. I said it numerous times that we all have full-time, daytime jobs. So we're working overtime to make sure we get this out to you. This is the training in reference to how to use our chart, how to set it up to our parameters. And it's probably going to be a pretty lengthy video, but we wanted to get this done and out today. So anyhow, as with everything that we submit to you and show you, you need to understand our risk disclaimer. All forms of trading carries a high level of risk. No matter what, I don't care. If you're the best trader in the world, you will have losses. According to the CTFC and the SEC and the NFA, we do have to advise you that you can and will lose money. This is a very risky business, but it can also be a very beneficial business. So take a few minutes and look that disclaimer over, and please make sure that you do understand it and what you are getting yourself into. Alright guys, so we're going to show you here, we're putting this together not only for our private group members, but of course anybody that may come across it on the web, on YouTube, or anything else like that, about our business and what we do. So we are Strategy Vault. We find everyday stock and forex strategies, and we tweak them and tune them for Nadex trading. So what I wanted to show you here was, if you click on the link to join our business, here's what you're going to be taken to. You're going to be taken to right here. This is our plan. It's only $47 a month. We have an objective that we shoot for every day. This month, which is ending here in 3 days, it's been $50 a month. Okay, which brings you in $1,000 a month. And we have met or beat that objective every day on a daily or a weekly basis. Actually, we're setting about double of our monthly objective of $1,000 right now. So anyhow, this is where you'd be taken to join our private Nadex Profit Trade group. Okay, so I wanted to show you that and make sure that you recognize that. And so when you click on a link in our Facebook group, a YouTube video, or whatsoever, this is you'll know you're at the right place. Okay, so bear with me just a second here. Okay guys, so here we are on our chart. This is what a naked chart looks like when you first load it up on TradingView. You have a volume profile down here, and the candles are regular candles. So this is going to show you how to set up our charts based on our parameters and our conditions. So first off, what you need to do is go up here to the Indicators tab, open it up. Now, all the way down here, it's already highlighted Invite Only Scripts. It should be highlighted for you. And then you just click right here, Strategy Vault Pro. Okay? And it loaded it up. Okay? So here's what you're gonna see. Now, and actually I'm gonna take this one away because I already had it loaded up. But here we are. So this is what you're going to see. And the first thing we want to do, that we like to do, you do not have to do it, is we're going to go right over here to Settings, and these are your chart properties. And we change the colors to lime, okay, on the bodies of the candle, and red. Okay, this coincides with our chart, and it makes it much easier on your eyes. Okay, so we're going to change the borders to line on the buy side, and then the borders to red on the sell side. And then we're going to change the wicks to lime and red. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, and then you just hit OK. Now you can see that's a pretty colorful chart. Not much red in there at all. Okay, so the next thing that you must do in reference to get our chart settings is you need to come over here to the Candles tab, open it up, and our system works off of the Heiken Ashi candles, which is an average of the last 5. So go ahead and click that, and we're going to change it. Now you see how much that smooths it out. You know, we don't have all this red green. Okay, that's what we like about the Heiken Ashi candles. Now that we loaded that, let's get that looked like it changed those to me. Let's go back here, see, and it did, because now we are on the Heiken Ashi candles. We should have done that first. Okay, so let's go back. We're gonna change this back to the lime, change this back to red, and we're gonna do that for the borders, the wicks, and the bodies. That makes our system, you can see our system much easier. Okay, so we did that. Now we're going to hit OK over here. And look at that. Look how much easier that is to read it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and the volume profile down here is a built-in, or a default. Well, we're just going to turn it off for now. So this is what you have in front of you, okay? And actually we're on a 15-minute chart, okay? So the next thing we want to do is, on the system itself, we're going to go to Settings. And under Inputs, we're going to tell it to show the pivot points high and low, which is a high of 10 and a low of 10, the previous 10 and the low of the previous 10. Okay, and then we are going to, as you can see, we can move this down. We've got a lot of things that we need to turn on now. Okay, so we are going to need to take the wicks into account. Okay, we're going to show the daily high and the low on the chart. This is the previous day and then previous low. So as you can see here, previous day high, previous day low. So we'll go back in the settings because that closed us out. Okay, so we're showing that. Now, we have an EMA of a 9 period. Everybody knows, if you've taken our training, that we like to ride the 9. We love to ride the 9. Okay, and then we have an EMA of a 20. Everyone knows how strong the 20 moving average is. Exponential moving average. And then we use a 100 moving average, a simple moving average. And that tells us trend, whether price is trending up or trending down. Okay, we base it on a day here. Okay, so now that there, okay, another thing I missed it here. So after the EMAs is we also use traditional pivot points. So you just click right here in this little window, and then we have, as you can see, resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3. Traditional pivot points. Okay, so now that is all the inputs. As you can see how the chart has changed dramatically and starting to look more like the charts that we share for you, correct? Okay, so now we're going to go over here to style. Now on style, you can change this to any color that you want your charts to show you, whether it's easier on your eyes or whatnot. Okay, so actually we like to change the daily low to red, and we leave the daily high at white. Now the pivot, we like to change it to, this is a default, a purple color is a default. So what we like to do on the pivot point, we change it, and then we change it here. bear with me. Okay, line with breaks. Actually, that is line with breaks. Bear with me. Line. Now we'll go back here. Just change the thickness. So all that does is separate and identify it as the pivot point, price pivot point. Okay. The rest of it is fine. Here you can go into the high target range and the low target range. So the target range is where price has been before. Close that out again, didn't I? Go back to target range. Okay, we have it set at line. That's what we like. Now you can change the opacity of it, and as you can see how it gets brighter. Shows you price range on the high side. We put it to where you can see it, but it doesn't interfere with your candles. Okay, and like I said, you can set these at whatever you want, whatever's easiest on your eyes. Now, we're on the low range here, so as you can see, we can change that. Right, the low range of price. And the median is in the middle between the prices. Okay, so this is looking more like what you're used to see, correct? Okay, so now the next thing that I want you to do is, we have our pivots here. That's not what you're used to seeing, but those will work just fine. The next thing I want you to do, now I'm going to show you here. We're going to go to this Slack group. Alright, we're in the Slack group, guys. Everybody that's involved here is in here. Now, we're going to go to chart links, and we'll just pull up, let's see, the GU. Okay, give it a minute here to load. I'm sure it's being slow, isn't it? Actually, I bet you I need to do this. Hit auto. Okay, so we hit auto there, and it takes you to where price is. So, now, what I want you to do is open up this drop down here, and then Supertrend. So a lot of people ask about Supertrend. Supertrend is a excellent trend indicator, and what we do now, if you hit these three little dots, you can hit copy, and then we go back. Bear with me here. We're back at our setup. Okay, you left click on the chart and you hit paste. Okay, like I said in the previous training, we use this trend, all we use this trend indicator for is a heads up, and then we let our system tell us what to do. This is just another confirmation about price and the action the price is taking. Like I said, it's just a heads up. See, we got a heads up here, and then we got our buy. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to blow this up. I've discussed this with you before, or I've explained it with you to you. Bear with me here. Now, our system works like this. It works off of deviation levels. It works off the average true range. And if anybody was involved earlier with us in our old system, with the Keltner channels and the Bollinger Bands, this is all tied in here. This is just an easier, simple way to read it. Okay, so what we want you to see is strong bull candle. Okay, bright green, strong bull candle. Okay, now right here, as you can see, we have somewhat of a doji, not a doji, but price is even on both sides. Now, as you can see how the candle paints, it's a darker green with an outline, letting you know it's still a bullish candle, but it's pulling back. Okay, pulling back. Over here, when it's that dark green with a red outline, we know that the bears are trying to take over, right? But what do we have down here? We have a 9 EMA, and we have the 20 EMA, which tells us we're still in an uptrend. Okay, So now over here, same thing. Bears are trying to take over again with the red outline on the dark green candle. They're getting, okay? Now, as we discussed before, when the candle turns green, whether it's going up or whether it's going down, that means that the opposite party is gaining control. Correction, did I say green? I meant orange. When the candle turns orange, that means that the opposite party is trying to take control. And here they did. And as you can see, our system alarmed itself. Now, when you get a blood red candle with a bright red outline here, the price movement isn't as strong. They're pulling back a little bit. Still in a downtrend. As you can see, we're below the 20 EMA, but it's price is pulling back right here. Okay, so that's you need to watch that. Okay. Now, as I said before, now we're okay. So the bear, excuse me, brought her on down, right? And then we have a doji here with a green outline and a blood red candle. That means that the bears are kicking in. Yeah, I don't know why I said bears. Bulls are kicking in and they're trying to take over. Okay, but as you can see, as the wick came up, price was rejected way up here. Okay, they shot for it again. Price was rejected. What does price do? It continues on down. So what I was trying to think, I'm sorry, with that pause, is I was trying to think of the name of the book, to Candlestick Charts by Steve Nielsen. You need to get that book. You need to read it. You need to understand what everyone in candles, bear with me there, are telling you. Okay, as you can see, this has a decent sized body and a long wick. That means that the bulls shot it all the way up here, and and price was rejected right at the 9 EMA. So we know, like if you've taken our 9 EMA training, you know that price wants to ride that 9 EMA. And when it breaks above that 9 EMA, you better be prepared to make some decisions. Especially if the 9 crosses the 20. As you can see, the 9 crosses the 20. We got our orange candles. What did the orange candles mean? It means that the opposite party is taking control. And that's exactly what happened here. And then you got your SV buy. Okay? So once you get all this loaded, as you can see, we now have numbers in all these slots here. You can close that. Okay? TradingView did a update to their charts, so now you have the bid and the ask up here, which is kind of nice. You can watch it. Down here we have the 100 EMA. We changed that color to a brighter blue, easier on the eyes, easier to see. Basically, if price is above the 100 EMA, you're in an uptrend. If price is below the 100 EMA, you'd be in a downtrend. That's how we base this, okay? Let's see. So now, if you do not like these pivot points, these are high, low, 10, 10, which means it's based off the average of the last 10 candles, higher or lower. High is up above price, low is below price. So if you do not like those, you can go right back over here. We already opened that up. Okay, so you can go right over to one of our charts that are in the chart links channel. Where did it go? Okay, I'm sorry. And then you push that, and then you just hit copy. Pretty easy. And then let's go back here. And then left click. Paste pivots high, low, 10, 10. As you can see, they're there. They're just a little cleaner. I kind of like those better, but it's up to you, and it's your preference, whatever you want to do. Now, this is what's good. So we're on a 15-minute chart, correct? So as you can see, the SV buy and sell signals. Now, once again, if you're in an uptrend, are you going to be wanting to jump over that SV sell signal? But the trend, you need to go with the trend. So what I'm trying to say is here, SV buy signals are very accurate, and then you got This SV sell signal, very accurate, but why? Because it, right here, the pivot point, resistance number 3, bounced right off it, dropped like a rock. Same here, SV sell, daily high, hit it, dropped like a rock. But what do you see here? This is a double top, dropped like a rock, SV buy. Okay, so the point is I'm trying to show you is that these signals here on a 15-minute chart are very accurate. Now let's go to a 1 hour chart. And actually what I'm going to do, I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm going to go to my settings. I'm going to go right here. These are a little bright for me to show you what I want to show you. Like I said, you can set these at whatever you want, the opacity. We'll just take that down, okay? Okay, so 1 hour chart, SV sell, drops like a rock. These candles are 1 hour. All we're looking for is 4 to 10 pips to make our contract expire in profit. So SV buy, 1 hour, 2 hour. I guarantee you, right there, you got a 1747. In 1 hour, it came all the way up by 20 pips. Okay, SV buy, SV sell. These are very accurate on the 1 hour chart. So why am I telling you this? Why am I showing you this? One more. Let's just take a look at the 4 hour chart. Let me take a look. Let me get it up here for you. So for 4 hours, here's what price did. So as you can see, very accurate 4 hour chart. Very accurate. Okay, but do we use a 4 hour chart in the business that we're in? No, we don't. But the point that I'm trying to show you here is we do reference the 1 hour chart, okay? And you know we trade off the 15-minute. But what I want to show you now is, and why this is very beneficial, is our system allows you to come in here and create an alert to when you have SV buy or SV sell. Okay, so all you have to do is open up the alert button up here. Under the condition, we want a strategy vault buy alert. Okay, we want it to happen once and create. Okay, so now you may see this warning, and what it's telling you is that it can get repainted. Continue anyway. Yes, it repaints because every time it meets our condition, it repaints. Okay, so now that alert is set. So when this happens, you will get an alert. Okay, so if you're working an 8-hour day, all you have to do is go to the hour chart, set an alert, condition, arrow down, strategy vault, buy alert, once, create, continue. Do it again, condition, strategy vault, arrow down. Now you can pick any of these. You could pick I believe there is a crossing. You can pick the moving averages crossing the 9 EMA, crossing the 100. So if you open that, well, I'm really going to confuse you here. Okay, that's when we hit the high target. Let's just go back. I am not going to. We'll just go here to sell alert. Okay. Now, another thing is this will notify you on your app. This will show a pop-up on your phone, or you can have it send you an email. This is really awesome. And here's just tell you SV sell and a pop-up on what financial instrument that you choose to create. So we're going to create it and continue anyway. Okay, guys. So I know this isn't super well. Actually, we're going on a half hour here. So with loading our system, we load this Supertrend, and then we loaded the pivots high and the low. And just like that, you can do whichever you want. We like these better. Actually, I'll just go in here and put, and then whatever you do want to see or don't want to see on your chart. Where is it? Show. I know. You can go here. I guess that's a default. Okay, so you may not be able to take that off. I just know how to use a chart. I don't know how to program it. Let's go back. Oh, here it is. I'm right in front of my face. Show pivot points high and low. So you just take that out of there, and then they're gone. Okay? So, but like I said, you can do whatever you want. You can set this however you want. You can change the candle colors. You know, our system works with the Heiken Ashi candles. That's the only requirement that it has to have is a Heiken. It has to run with the Heiken Ashi candles. That's how it works. That's how it calculates. So you do have to use that. But other than that, you can change anything else that you want on here for your own private use. Okay. So now I'm gonna just open up over here a chart. We'll pull up the USD 30, Wall Street 30. See, if you trade the indices, you can use our system. So see, the opportunity here is endless. Wow, it's really taken off. That's really good. Okay, or how about the Russell 2000? Same thing. We got a long here. But we got a sell, or a buy, I'm sorry, a buy way down here. We got a sell over here. Just showing you our system. Actually, let's pull up gold. Oh, where is gold? There's gold. Here's gold. You got to buy way down here. You got to sell. Now, this is an hour chart, by the way. So you gotta sell. Gold dropped for a couple hours here, which would have been a safe bet or safe trade to take. We don't bet here. We base our decisions on conditions. Okay. So anyway, I'm getting carried away. This is a long 30-minute video now. This is James from Strategy Vault. Hey, we are so happy that everybody is here. We have so many good things coming in the future. You know, we're going to learn and we're going to grow together. I think that's all I got, gang. We'll be out of here for now. Like I said, we're burning the midnight oil. So as always, God bless you and trade positive.